That's unfinished building. Behind it, you can see some green tiles, roofs. That's a mosque. It's not that building either. But far in the distance, you can see a big imposing building with the green pyramidal roof. Can you see it? So that's the mausoleum of the King Mohammed V. That's the one that I told you it took us 11 years to be built. Because the King Mohammed V died in 1961 and it was finished until 1972. You are allowed to go inside, but after I give you the explanations. So once you go inside the mausoleum, you are going to look down below and you are going to see 3 tombs. The one in the middle, in the center, that belongs to Mohammed V. Then as soon as you go inside, you look down, there is one in the middle, Mohammed V. On the left side in the corner, you will see another tomb. That belongs to Hassan II, on the left side. The one on the right side, it belongs to the brother of the king, Hassan II. His name was Prince Moulay Abdullah. So there are 3 tombs. And you are going to see, not very often, but sometimes there is a man sitting close to the 3 tombs with the book on his lap. And he is reciting verses of the Quran. That's the Quran, that's like the Bible. And he's supposed to be there 24 hours a day, but not himself. It's supposed to be a person there reading the Quran 24 hours a day. But they do change the guards and they do change the imam every 2 hours. So it has to be a person there reading the Quran. Around the 3 tombs, you are going to see 43 flags. Because as I mentioned to you, Morocco is divided in 43 provinces. So each flag is representing a province of Morocco, 43 flags. And then concerning the work, is very beautiful inside. As I said, they have 3 kinds of marble, the floor. So white marble, that's what they call it, Carrara marble, which was imported from Italy. Then you have blue dark marble, they call it onyx, it was imported from Sweden. And then they have kind of greenish marble, they call it Labrador, and it was imported from Portugal. So 3 kinds of marble. Then on the walls, you are going to see such a beautiful mosaic. It's made small pieces, it's like a puzzle, and they stick them together in order to make geometrical designs. Because in a Muslim countries, we are not allowed to do reproduction of humans or animals like you have in a church or something like that. So only geometrical designs.
Arabesque.
Arabesque, yes. They call that mosaic. And then we have a plaster, they call it stucco. It's white and it's carved by hand and it's painted with 18 karat gold, the yellow color, that's gold. And then the ceiling, if you look up in the ceiling, you will see carved wood. That kind of wood, they call it cedar wood. It was imported for the first time from Lebanon. You know, the Lebanese flag, they have cedar tree. So that kind of tree. Why they use cedar? Because cedar wood can resist for so many centuries. They didn't get damaged or eaten by termites or things like that. And it's very easy to carve and the design shows much better. So that's the reason. And it's very strong wood and it also gets a very nice smell. So this is the reason why they use that kind of wood, cedar wood. And even the cedar wood, it's painted 18 karat gold. And they use other things. Windows, they are decorated with some stained glass. And that stained glass, it was imported from France, from a place called Chartres. It's quite famous in the world. They make beautiful stained glass. That's concerning the work. And also, like you can see, bronze. Those like lamps for decoration at night. That's where they put the light, and it's do the reflections. And it looks beautiful, you know, especially at night. That's metal. It's a bronze. So that's concerning the mausoleum. Then in front of the mausoleum, you see the wall, and behind the wall you can see some columns. Can you see the columns?
Yeah.
So what is surrounded by the wall, 800 years ago, it used to be a mosque in there. They call it Hassan Mosque. In the 12th century, 800 years ago. And there is a tower, they call it Hassan Tower. Can you see the tower? So that tower was used as a minaret for the muezzin to call for the 5 prayers a day. And they said this mosque, it's the sister mosque of the Giralda. If you've ever been in Spain, in Sevilla, they have Giralda. So Giralda, that mosque now, it's used as a Catholic church. So Giralda, and this one, it was built by the same king, Al-Mansur, that was his name, 800 years ago. And he did build another mosque in Marrakesh. Once we will reach the city of Marrakesh, you will see another mosque in there. They call it Kutubiyya Mosque. So the 3 mosques, they've been built by the same king at the same time. One in Spain, 2 in Morocco, 1 in Rabat, 1 in Marrakesh. So the columns you see, those columns used to support the ceiling of the mosque, because this mosque was damaged by an earthquake. It was built in the 12th century, 800 years ago, but in 1755, 1755. I don't know if you heard about the earthquake of Lisbon.
In Lisbon, yeah.
Yes, in Portugal. So that same earthquake did damage this mosque in 1755. So the ceilings, crumble and fall, and all what you can see now, those are the columns. Those columns used to support the ceiling of the mosque, which was damaged by an earthquake of Lisbon, 1755. Concerning the columns, those columns, the Arabs, they used them to build the mosque. But those columns, you know, they are Roman columns, because the Romans, they were here 25 BC. Not far away from Rabat, there is a Roman city called Sala Colonia. So the Arabs, they needed material for the construction of this mosque. So they went to the old Roman city and they took the columns and they used them for the construction of this mosque. And how many columns did they bring to support the ceiling of this mosque? 354. Why 354? You know the reason, because we have a lunar calendar. So it's supposed to be like each column is supposed to represent one day in a lunar calendar. But they will be, I mean, they've been punished, I would say, because they damage or they steal those Roman columns. They damaged that old Roman city for the construction of this mosque, and then they've been punished by God because the mosque was, I would say, destroyed by an earthquake. So that's part is from 1200, 12th century, while this part, as I said, 1961, they start the construction, they finish it in 1972. So now I'm going to give you some free time. You can go through, you see the horses with the guard, you are allowed to take their pictures, no problem. You go through there, into the mausoleum, you take as many pictures as you want inside the mausoleum, but you are not allowed to smoke inside the mausoleum, and you are not to speak loud. Just if you want to speak to your friends,